Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Before My Morning Coffee, episode 2 on Rebel Hearted. My name is Lisa Freed, and wow, it has taken some work to get here this morning. I don't know about you. There are some days that are smoother than others. And today, as I was setting things up, before I record an episode like this, I go through a few things. My alarm goes off. I read from a few pages from a book. I snuggle my husband. There's meditation. I prep my coffee if I failed to prep it the morning before. I let the animals out. I sit down for another 5 minutes of silence, and then I get ready to record this. And that's awesome, right? Except for this morning, it kind of looked like, oh, I've got to take a picture of my coffee cup. That's great. I sat down to meditate, and I have this 20-pound black cat named Halo that was like, I'm going to sit on your lap and you are going to love me. And he drools. And I finally get him so that he is not kneading on me like he's never seen a human for 5 years. And my one boxer comes downstairs and decides she needs to go out. She needs to go out right now. And as I'm trying to ignore her, she's scratching on the door. Now said second boxer is up. And I'm just like, ugh. So I start to fill everything out to record this podcast, accidentally hit back, and get to start it all over again. Like, if only I could have coffee before I got out of bed in the morning, perhaps my brain would be running along the same kind of speed that I'd like it to. That being said, hey, we can begin again in every moment, right? We can just start again. Whew, what a blessing. What a blessing. So this morning when I was reading this book, I'm reading The Miracle Equation by Hal Elrod. And if you haven't read that book, I recommend that you read it. If you read it before and it resonated with you and you haven't read it for a while, pull it out and read it again. I'm currently in this one chapter where it is talking about the difference between a goal and a mission. And how a goal is good, yes, right? And it's more about the person you become on the journey towards achieving said goal. And a mission just has more oomph to it. And I got thinking about things and I thought, well, am I like in this goal thing? Goal setting's never been big for me since I hit my 30s. In my 20s, yes. And maybe I'll talk about that on another episode about like how important it was to check all the boxes. But in my 30s, I've just kind of been like, fuck goals. And when I think about it as a mission, maybe that is of more interest to me. And I don't know, probably today, well, let's see, February, March, April, May, June, July, I have exactly to the day 6 months left in my 30s because I'm turning 40 this year. And what would my mission be and what would it look like? So that's very interesting. Now, the question that I was going to ask today, see, you've got to fill out this information first on what the podcast is going to be about before you click go live, which is interesting to me because I never know what it is that I'm going to say. So I guess essentially I'm lying to my listeners every day or trying to force myself to talk about what I wrote in the comments. Today, the question that was that was alive in my heart was, are you truly living your believed top priority? And this is something that I've been thinking about a little more this year, and everyone's like, of course you're living your values. Yes, I get that we live our values every day, and they may not be, because everything that we do is showing what we value. It just might not be our intended values or priorities. And I look at mine, and this year has been more focused on what's my purpose? How am I meant to show up and support in this world? And one of the things that I've said for years now is that I dance to the fullest expression of my life, right? The fullest expression of myself in my life. And in doing so, inspire others to do the same. Now, I've kind of went away from that a few times. I tried to get something prettier or something more impactful and all of those things. And yet, I think that the world would be a much better place if people embraced who they were. That quirkiness, that oddity, that thing that they think makes them weird, and realized that makes them unique and fucking interesting. That we don't all have to want the same things. I don't know, for those of you that are in the coaching industry, you would have for sure been through the phase. I don't mean necessarily you personally, but you would have noticed the phase where everyone was taking pictures with private jets and champagne and yachts, and it was just like, look at me living this lavish lifestyle. Well, if that's what success is, and there's nothing wrong with that, that doesn't necessarily align with me. Yachts and private jets aren't my top priority. Now, that being said, I have lots of friends that do own private jets, but they're not usually wearing linen when they stand in front of them. So today, my mission, scratch that. The thing that I'm going to be pondering today is, am I living my top value? And what is that? Is it family? Is it purpose? Is it connection? Is it health? What is that top priority for me? And I'm going to carry that with me. And I invite you to do the same. To ask some questions. And if you're not living your top priority, make sure you give yourself 50 lashes. Because that's the right thing to do. Punish yourself. No, like I was just joking there, in case you can't tell, with my pre-coffee humor. I was just joking. No, I invite you to look at where you can make some adjustments, because awareness is curative. Make some adjustments to actually prioritize what you feel is your top priority. I wish you a day as beautiful as you. And I would love to connect with you further. Please join me on Facebook, Lisa Fried Tea. Whether you go to my business page and give that a like, whether you go to facebook.com/groups/rebel-hearted women and join there, or you simply send me a friend request and let me know, hey, I've been listening. I wish you a day as beautiful as you. So much love. I will be back again tomorrow to record an episode of Before My Morning Coffee. And we will also be having a top 3 tip happen, because it is Thursday. Bye for now, everyone.